making words though. It's pretty cool.
India has been seeing a boom in K-pop over the course of the pandemic. Although it is still a growing market, watchers believe the country's level of interest will eventually reach that of the Southeast Asian region.
They rebelled. Their music rebelled.
There's an emotional connect.
I found a great escape.
K-pop.
K-pop.
The rise and rise of K-pop.
If you ask me what is K-pop, तो basic textbook definition यही है कि it's the music which is in Korean, but I feel like there's this huge range of music that is not included in K-pop क्योंकि K-pop को बस उसको एक umbrella term बना दिया है. लेकिन there's K-R&B, K-hip-hop, K soul music.
जब कोई सुनता नहीं K-pop तो उनके दिमाग में इमेज आती है वो like cute and K-pop is like so diverse. मतलब सब कुछ है, हर किसी के लिए सब कुछ उसमें मिल जाए.
My introduction to Korean culture did not happen through K-pop. So I was in hostel when I was in 11th and 12th. I was in boarding school. So one of my roommates, she was Nagamese. And one of the things that I guess came to East India before it did to the rest of India was a lot of Korean entertainment. So she recommended that I watch this show called Boys Over Flowers. And which, by the way, if you ask me to watch again on the threat of gunpoint, I will not.
어디가 그렇게 싫은데? 어? 어디가 마음에 안 드는데?
And so I watched it, and while it was super cliche, I enjoyed it just for what it was. Of course, it's music in K-dramas, and I liked some of the songs. So if I liked the songs, I'd look them up, and then I'd realize, holy shit, this person has, like, you know, a discography that goes back decades. 너의 하루에 난 없겠지 또 기억조차 없겠지만 너만 바라만 보고 있는 나
Starting में तो I think it was like okay this is cringy. उसके बाद धीरे करके एक element you know attract करना start किया. First it was the dancing, then it was you know some great vocals. उसके बाद music video and the whole concept behind it. And after 1 week or so, I was just listening it on loop. You know, I've never seen any Western or Bollywood dancer dance it that way. At that time, there was One Direction in the like English scene. They could just sing.
Whenever I would go to a Korean restaurant, it would be empty. There would not be a lot of people. I would see a lot of Northeastern, but not somebody who would look like me sitting there enjoying the Korean music and Korean cuisines. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, everybody is there. Everybody is posting stories. There was just like influencer boom happening. Everybody is into Korean skincare, by the way, which is very amazing. And it was just like a boom. It was like a second American revolution happening within India, but not by Americans.
ये कितने का?
90 rupees. Before I sell Indian and Chinese thing. Now Koreans, Indians mix. Thai. This time lots of people like Koreans, movies, dramas. They love to eat that thing. That's why we bring these things in here. These YouTubers and everything, it will be like we have a lot of customers. Like Korean thing especially.
Bubble tea has been a very popular drink all over Southeast Asia, in the US, in America, and how people who are into like Korean culture, they watch a lot of dramas, and all the dramas have like the bubble tea culture. It's huge there.
맛있네요.
Fans have been requesting us to do some K events. Yesterday was amazing. People showed up, and it's so nice to see how the fans actually come together. They bond over bubble teas and the snacks, and they sing for their K-pop idols, and it's just bizarre to see their reaction.
A lot of people told me that it's a cult. But yeah, it was organized something.
The K-pop industry works very differently.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not saying that these people don't have talent and that they did not struggle in their careers. They did. But at the end of the day, it is a corporate endeavor to create a K-pop group. And when you have the power of a company behind you, it's not just you and your music. It's a marketing team. It's a team that specializes in selling something. BT21 was a line of stickers created by BTS and Line, the app. So all of these characters correspond with one of the BTS members. Namjoon, RM, this is J-Hope, Jungkook. And one of the larger communities in terms of build, this fan culture are actually company sanctioned fan clubs. So companies come up with fan clubs for their like K-pop, people can join in, pay a little bit of a fee, and they get access to exclusive content. Similar to what you can say is, like Patreon for a YouTuber, except done at a much larger scale, because obviously these artists are reaching millions. If you've got that already in one place, what happens to people who can't afford the membership fee for a fan club? You create your own fan club. That's just how it is, because that culture of organization, that culture of creating a group of people who are fans, has already been propagated by the companies, have been introduced to the people by the companies. So it's not as organic as people would like it to believe. I think a large part of it has to do with marketing and community efforts by the companies that put this content out.
Like one day, the boys won this award. The next day, they're trending on the internet. You have people literally tweeting at us, who is this boy in pink shirt? Who is this boy wearing that?
Especially BTS fans, like ARMY are a massive power because we've done a lot of donations. Black Lives Matter के टाइम पे बाकी जो भी floods और natural disasters कुछ कोविड के टाइम पे इंडिया कोविड के टाइम पे डोनेट किया था इंडिया में. ये सब उन्होंने अपने फैन क्लब्स के थ्रू ही गैदर किया. और जब पीपल ऐसे नेगेटिवली उनके बारे में बात करते हैं तो दे डोंट कंसिडर द फैक्ट दैट ये कितना बड़ा पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंस बन चुके हैं.
But K-pop had always been shown to me as something, like obsessive fangirls, people who like real music don't like K-pop, and I think I really bought into that for a good period of time.
No issue listening to Latin music and English music, even though it's not their first language. Koreans or Asian people पे generally ये look down करते हैं. When I used to watch K-dramas, everyone used to shame me for it, but then अभी Squid Game निकल गया है, क्या hype मची है, सब देखते हैं.
Because I got the opportunity of getting into K-pop quite early on, before all the hype was happening. Older members of the fan base, evidently. So the new scene that's coming through Gen Zs, they do it in a very Indianized fashion. So you have these mashups of the boys dancing with very, very Indianized Indian music, very Punjabi music. And the beats are just on there and people are just vibing to it. Some people are like, we don't want this to happen. We want them to like be in that framework, be in that class. But I'm of the opinion, if it's happening, it's happening. Music is there to be celebrated and to be enjoyed in whatever way it's happening.
और फिर BTS की तो है ही ऑफिशियल अकाउंट. फिर आई फॉलो ये क्लिप्स अकाउंट जो पोस्ट करती हैं क्लिप्स और अपडेट्स वगैरह. फिर वर्ड्स बाय बंगटन उनकी लिरिक्स पे फोकस करती है, तो उनके हर महीने के थीम्स होते हैं और उस पर जो कोरिलेटिंग वर्ड्स उनके गानों में हैं या फिर जो उन्होंने बोला है उन सब पे पोस्ट बनाता है.
Western industry में like most of the songs, I'm not saying all the songs, they focus on love between two people. But that is the concept. A song that's love song, that's everything you're gonna hear. But Teenage Time and all, it's quite like for people like us. We don't relate that much to it because उतना कुछ हुआ नहीं है for children and all. They are big on their social life. They are big. For East people, yeah, East side में रहने वाले लोग, it's difficult for like हम लोग if we watch series and stuff like that, I'm like, dude, their parents let them go anywhere. At the age of 15,
cultural shock.
Exactly, cultural shock. You're not able to comprehend with the same age का बच्चा यार. And what are we doing? So for them, like ऐसे songs आए, they were talking about self-love, confidence. They were talking about mental issues. They were talking about friends. They were talking actually जो teenagers could relate to it. I think that's a big factor.
I've had a very long history of mental health issues myself. Around 2016, I was struggling with anxiety. And here at that time, I found Spring Day. And then I found their other songs and I started to listen to their interviews, what they were saying. And I was like, this is fun. Great. Taking me to a very different mental space wherein we are just having fun. We're not thinking about the future. We're not thinking about the past. We're just here in the moment. And we're just having fun. And that's how I started to, go back to it again and again and again. It started to become like a ritual. So whenever I would wake up, I would pop on their music, start on with my morning routine, watch one episode of Run on my way to my college, end my day with this as well, and it would be good.
No jams. Oh my god, that
My life तो has changed a lot, honestly. मेरी character development हुई है बहुत ज़्यादा उसकी वजह से. Personality growth. K-pop से पहले I was not aware of world matters at all. I was in this little bubble of my own. There are a lot of army experts who जो baby words में समझाते हैं और जो moral stance वगैरह लेते हैं. तो उसके बाद मेरी awareness काफ़ी बढ़ गई and I became a social justice.
억압과 편견을 막아내고 우리 같이 우리 음악을 들려주겠다고 시작을 했는데 이제서야 5년이 지난 지금에서야 이제 그런 이제
got introduced to them when I really needed them the most. And when I was able to venture out into the world on my own, I was able to, be exposed to different things, different experiences. But this is always going to be something that I'm going to hold on to. That beautiful thing that happened to me when I was 23.
여기 한국이라는 나라, 그리고 서울이라는 도시에 나를 이해해주는 누군가가 있다는 점을 꼭 기억해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.